If you chose to do the 3/4 length sleeve, that would be dress view B, D, or F. Hold up the picture there. Then your sleeve ending, the hem of your sleeve right here, I did a cap sleeve, but this hem right here, they're asking you to do it slightly different than the cap sleeve. In step number 11, for views B, D, and F, it says to turn up 1 1/4 inches, hem on lower edge of sleeve. Base close to fold using long running stitches. Turn under 1/4 inch on raw edge, easing in fullness if necessary. Baste hem in place close to upper edge press on outside top stitch hem, using upper basting as a guide, remove basting. So it's still very similar the way you're doing this edge, you're finishing this. Honestly, if you want to finish your 3/4 length the same as we did the cap sleeve, that is fine. I'm not gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna just try to briefly explain it to you. When you do your fold, so my fold, this is probably a 1/2 inch, maybe right here, maybe a little less. It actually wants you to make this fold, I think it said 1 1/4 inches. Yeah, so it wants you to put quite a length here. So it's like 1 1/4 inches. So it's gonna be like that big, this wide, okay? And then it wants you to take that top 1/4 inch and tuck it under so there's no raw edge, just like I did for this. I tucked that under so there's no raw edge, okay? So you're gonna fold it over 1 1/4 inches and then tuck in that 1/4 inch. So you'll have 1 inch wide strip of fabric running all the way around. And then it says just to baste it, to hold it still, press it, baste it, press it. And remember, basting is a long running stitch. So you'll use a hand needle and you'll go through. Do not use your machine for that. You're gonna use a hand needle and you'll baste it in place all the way around, and then you'll go ahead, once it's in place, press it and then use your machine and flip it going this way. Remember, we talk about your top stitch. This is gonna be the nicer side of your stitch. So you're gonna flip your fabric around, but you'll be able to see that basting stitch. So you just follow that basting stitch line and sew all the way around your sleeve. And that's all you have to do for step 11. And like I said, if you don't want to do that, if you want to follow, because I'm not actually showing you how to do it, I'm just explaining, if you'd rather finish your sleeve the same way we did on steps 9 and 10, you can finish your sleeve and that way as well. It doesn't really matter. It's just maybe a little more of a dressier look to have that 3/4 length to give it a wide sleeve seam right here. And that's it for step 11. Now we're gonna move on to actually putting in the sleeve. So whether you chose a cap sleeve or 3/4 length sleeve, the next step 12 will be the same for either or.